Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 3, where, as I mentioned, I decided to go to war with Lithuania. Apparently this counts as a separate war. I don't just enter the war on side of the alliance that's already fighting, because none of them asked me to participate. I just participated because I said, I have a military alliance with that guy, and he's at war with you, so I'm going to war with you too. So there's that. Sadly, I have to say, Pomerania decided to not join this particular war. I can see why. They thought I just might run over them and just, you know, vassalize them. Or they probably thought I would just take their provinces, but anyway. That's a little bit of a shame. However, we'll still have a couple of enemies to fight, I believe. Also, all of our little friends have decided to join us in the war. Hungary, Aquilina? Oh, someone's at war with Bosnia. I don't want to be thrown into wars in the freaking Balkans, you know? I just helped you. I realize I just helped liberate them, but you know, I can't just deal with that right now. Already busy here, kinda. No, I'm afraid I'm not gonna join you way over there. But I probably should have seen coming that Hungary and Aquileia might just be so super opportunistic that they thought, you know, we're just, the Bosnia and Croatia didn't exist before, so let's defeat them now. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I can't be everywhere at the same time. I'm already in a war because of an ally. It causes a spell against Denmark. Is that war with Georgia, Poland, Muscovy, and they've joined the war on Lithuanians? That's a lot interesting. They're just going away from us, sadly. Can't go to Poland. I mean, I would love to, just deal with the Lithuanian army instead of having them sitting at our back, but I'm not gonna get into Poland apparently. Follow these guys though. So we started the siege, so might as well stay here. So we can probably siege other places too. Patch here. Guys are also here, they might also join. Lost the casus belli against Hungary, Aquileia. Well, because we're not allied anymore, I think. Allied in a war. Oh. I'm super sorry, but there's nothing I can do about, everyone. Not quite there. Where'd that Omi go? We just obliterate them. Apparently. Oh. Oh. Alright then. So there that army is. Wait. Something happened. Apparently Poland is not in the war anymore, so we need to deal with that army now that's at our back. Which I kinda saw coming. You're also out of the war? out of the war. I'm the only idiot who hasn't. I'm not entirely sure. What did that alliance gain now? Did they flip any provinces that I wasn't aware of? I had control of so much. I just said, oh no, I don't want to do that anymore. Disappointing. Well, we're here now, so we'll deal with it right away, right now, or try to at the very least. So Jeff. What now? Okay. Wait on a sec. I'm not sieging that province. Alright, does anyone see an army? I do not. So we go to Kiev then. Oh, another idea! An interesting idea would be Unam Sanctam. Since I have been talking about switching to Protestant for quite some time, doing that and having Unam Sanctam would give us the advantage that we could just declare war on pretty much anyone who's not Protestant just because they're heretics and need to be purged. In the name of the Emperor! Oh wait, we don't have an Emperor yet. Never mind. Anyway. Also get yearly papal influence, which is a little weird side effect. I didn't pick this before because just having that, or I believe Church Attendance Day or Divine Supremacy reduces the amount, reduces how the Reformation spreads in our lands. And right now, with the first provinces that kind of turned, we should already be able to. No, still not. God damn it. At some point when I'm able to, you know, retweak my provinces the way I wanted to, I could tweak those, but they are already correct, quotation marks. So, yeah, not too sure. Will probably mess up the alliances that I've built whenever I do that, which would also be both a problem and also possibly an advantage. I'll not lose my vassals, I'm pretty sure, but the other ones would be mainly the northeast, Tver, Polotsk, Smolensk, and here everyone except Saxony. Might be refreshing, you know, have a clean slate. But I should probably do it at some point when big players who could try and harm us, like Austria, possibly also Hungary, are busy doing something else. Just a thought. Anyway, let's continue with the intervention. I wanted to pick an idea. Sorry. Another thing that would be interesting is National Bank. Having the inflation reduction means I can print even more money every month, and printing money feels good. No doubt about that. Other things to consider. Yearly army tradition might be interesting because in times where we don't have war for a few years, our army tradition would kind of reach an equilibrium state at 33% instead of 0%. So we would still have pretty effective military leaders with that. That would serve well in the whole, you know, being good at fighting thing that we have going on. Of course, national manpower modifier would also be helpful because having more manpower is always good. As would having Bill of Rights, because we pretty much often find us in various religious revolts and other things. Bill of Rights also has an interesting side effect that I've noticed when having it with the Hansa, which is it gives us a free casus belli against anyone who has an inactive faction or nation within them. Like it would give us a free casus belli against Lithuania because they have cores of, let's say, Ukraine. While Ukraine does exist, that's a bad example. They have provinces that belong to Crimea while Crimea doesn't exist, so we can call for a war just to liberate these countries, which I tend up doing anyway. So maybe that might actually be a thing, because I also benefit from having Bill of Rights while having Unam Sanctam with Yuli Papal influence. That doesn't really benefit me much, to be honest. So, Bill of Rights it is. We should have significantly reduced revolt risk. Good, so we can focus on other things and not keep, our army at home most of the time. Well, Novgorod is still at war against Lithuania. That's weird. So apparently not everybody pulled out. But Bosnia is apparently kicking the bucket again real soon. Well, I tried. Yeah, as I just mentioned, because we have Bill of Rights now, we have the liberation casus belli against all countries that can release states. Gives us even 0 infamy for doing that, for liberating vassals, liberating countries, and reducing sphere. So it's pretty neat because it often gives us a reason to do things like, what the hell happened here? Did France just totally incorporate Brandenburg somehow? Jesus, we need to deal with that, and I really don't want to go to war with France unless they're really occupied with someone. Holy shit, when did that happen? I was just looking at France because their shield was there, but here would be the same, because they have various countries that could be liberated, like Brandenburg, that just existed up until recently, until it's now been swallowed by France after they've been their vassal for some time. That's been another thing that I was wondering about, though. With Brandenburg being out of the picture, someone else was elected elector, right? Because formerly Brandenburg was an elector. Now Brandenburg doesn't exist anymore, so who became new elector? I believe Thuringia. Which is interesting, because I might be able to convince them to vote for us. That would be really sweet, to become the Holy Roman Emperor, even though we're not in the Holy Roman Empire. It's difficult though, because basically whenever they cast votes, they vote on us based on a point system, and we already have like 150 points to make up just because we're not a member of the Holy Roman Empire compared to Austria. So unless a lot more of the electors become, become of a different faith, and because of this forced to vote for us instead of Austria, it might be difficult, but doable. I mean, Thuringia might be doable if we smooth talk them a little bit, and give them an alliance, maybe vassalize them at some point. That might be doable. Anyway, I'll probably do that off screen because that's just tedious, busy work, I feel. Anyway, back to war. Now for some more war. We have someone close by here, right? They could probably just attach a siege regiment and that. And you don't have any army at this point, so I'm not sure why I would want to go to peace with you just like that. Just because you asked nicely. Bosnia accepted peace with Lithuania based on white peace. Kiev is over. Because whoever was that was Psychov, right? I didn't tell my people to just waltz in there and assault the fortress, but someone did. Well, worked out. Nazi is also over. Have them all join up here. So everyone, if you want to make separate pieces, you know, appropriate some territory, be my guest. Oh, Smolensk, looking at you. Sure, you can help. Chernigov has probably just started and is not progressing because we haven't been there before. Gone. Oops. So let's check real quick what we could potentially gain from this. We could give something to Smolensk, you know, like Mogrilov or Bryansk. I don't know. Care. Do you have claims on any of those? I actually do have claims on Bryansk. So that would be a nice thing for you. And okay. So Bryansk. I don't particularly need anything, but Rakai be worth it. Let's say it is. Not entirely certain. That's that. Then let's also liberate someone. Prussia? You don't really want that? Well, I can see why. You're kind of losing like a third of your country. But Crimea would be okay. Right? One weird thing is though that because we tell them to cede Bryansk, we'll gain the infamy, although one of our allies is getting the province. So we'll continue this war for some time. It's not like we have any particular issues doing that. Anyway, and this way maybe they just get the right idea themselves by just sieging something else and then making a separate peace with them where they get what they want. You know, so that I don't have to take the infamy hit, because I feel like I might be going into more wars at some point in the not too distant future. But rather not take infamy hits for provinces that I don't really get, you know? Palazzi and Trakai. Is that actually worth it though? Palazzi is actually worth quite a bit. It's in a weird position though. I'll take any of those. We'll just be having more war at some point in the future in order to settle those claims. So I'm not too certain if I really need to take any of those. Could just liberate people, you know? If Grodno's over. I want to expand some influence here before we settle peace deal, I think. Yeah. That's over. All of that is over. Two of these have already been sieged. All over here. Smolensk, if you want to take something, you should probably make a separate piece, just, you know, soon. Hey! Well done! Well done, Smolensk. You apparently hurt me. I mean, it was totally reasonable for them to do just that, so... Good job! So I'm gonna force you to revoke your core on Bryansk. Because apparently that's Smolensk's now. And then we're gonna liberate Zaporozhye. Seems reasonable enough to me. No. That's good enough for me. I don't really need any of these provinces, and it's just gonna be a pain to just stop them from rebelling every now and then, and lead only to further wars with Lithuania that's weakened, sure. But I'm not sure if I really want any of that. They'd be okay with just ceding it, though. I guess we should get at least something, right? Also might feel a little bit weird, so we just had a war, we just liberated someone, and one of our allies got something out of it. Although it was the most massive one-sided fight that we had so far. Alright, let's go to get that, but I'm just saying here, it's gonna lead to war in like 10 years. Well. Oh. So you can just go somewhere, can join up with that army group. The rest... Why are we sieging that? No reason to siege that. Over. We'll go to Riga or something. Someone's having an assault. Novgorod is having an assault. I see. Oh, they still have to fight against Novgorod. I'm sorry. Novgorod now all of a sudden is confused. Huh? This whole land belongs to someone else now? What the hell? Why didn't anyone tell us? Well... There's a Brandenburgian uprising here, which I'm not gonna, you know, suppress or anything, because I don't particularly gain anything from France having control of that. What the hell? Who's starting the war already? Georgia, Poland, Muscovy, Novgorod, Tver. Oh, guys. Why do I keep liberating people and then other people just say, I'm going to war with them? Sorry, but you're on your own. We just helped you, you know? Get you started. We're not here to... We're not here to help you continue existing. Such a waste, really, you know? Just started existing, and now they find themselves in a war all of a sudden. Such a friggin' waste. But I guess other people have claims here, so kind of a highly contested zone. Apparently I should have just liberated Crimea instead, because they have fewer issues than Zaporozhye. Oh well. Viewers with distrust. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can't just help everyone. No? Well, and Bosnia's gone again. Such a friggin' waste. Why is my prestige so low? I would have thought that, you know, after the war I got some I'm pretty sure I got like 20-ish prestige. Why is that already at 20? Did I lose because I didn't answer the call to arms? I don't know. Apparently I need to send more merchants here. Yeah, I totally saw revolts coming. And the Brandenburg uprising is doing well, which gives me an option, because the moment it is successful and Brandenburg reforms, they'll be in a similar position as Zaporozhye is right now and Bosnia was like a few months ago. They're just new, they're just basically reformed and they don't have any allies. So I'm probably gonna take advantage of that because I need that whole area. And this gives me a really great opportunity to get it. So, I'm gonna wrap up this episode right here. And the next one will hopefully go to war with a just recently reformed Brandenburg. But we'll see that next time. Have a good one.